Prynawn dda, croeso i'r sioe, gaeaf, Cambrian Photography. Joel dwi.
Paul dwi. Welcome to the Cambrian Winter Show. My name is Paul Davis.
And I'm Joel Longbourn. Hello.
That was all right, that, Joel.
Yeah. Our Welsh viewers or Welsh speakers can put in the comments as to whether I did well, not well, or in between. I'm trying to... Dwi'n dysgu siarad Cymraeg.
Da iawn. And that's all I know.
That I said I am trying to learn to speak Welsh.
Yeah.
In Welsh then.
I think you're doing very well. But let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think of Joel's Welsh speaking.
Please be kind.
No, you're doing very well. You're doing very well. So I think it's because families going into sort of Welsh schools and stuff, isn't it? So it sort of makes sense that you sort of get involved a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I need to understand what my kids are saying, otherwise they'll be plotting against me.
Yes.
But given the fact that we I am trying to learn Welsh and trying to speak Welsh, please let me know. Also, any other useful phrases in Welsh that are polite, put in the comments, please. That'd be great. What emoji should we have today?
Wow, I had to talk to you about this. Oh. Apparently, there's not a vast array of emojis on
YouTube.
On YouTube. So,
but surely there's got to be one for a car.
I think you have
or a bag. We're talking about bags.
You have the standard 5, I think.
5? What? Happy, sad, angry, love, and something else. Let's go for bags.
Yeah, if
a bag emoji.
If you're watching on Facebook, you can join in with the extra play task of.
And if you're on YouTube, just give us a load of different emojis out of the 5 that are there. Oh dear.
We had a wonderful day yesterday, so very filled day we had. Lots of interesting speakers.
Yeah, we spoke with Pete from Sony, who's a gig photographer, a very good one. Those panos I still can't get over.
Yeah, no, absolutely brilliant.
I'm really tempted over Christmas just to shoot a load of panos for everything.
I think we're going to have a go.
Christmas meal in 85mm pano.
It's got to be done.
Yeah. And then we spoke briefly, although he spoke for a longer period of time, Gary Jones, about safari in Africa.
Yeah.
And that was, wow.
Yeah,
some of those
really stunning shots on there, and it was nice to be warmed up by the African sun in the UK winter.
Yeah, that's very true.
So it's very nice to see that.
Yeah. So. And then we're kind of speaking with Helen from Snapper Stuff. She wasn't able to do it live with us, but has very kindly made a lot of videos about the great range from Think Tank and MindShift. So we're going to go through those with you.
Yeah.
And then tonight, got Steve Gosling, landscape photographer, which is going to be a fantastic one because he is a very good landscape photographer. Yeah, and just an all-round nice bloke to speak to.
And he's prepped a lovely talk for us. He has.
And then tomorrow will be good because we've got Consta Punker from Nikon.
Just confirmed.
Yeah, doing a talk, which would be really good because that's going to be on the new Z series, which a lot of you, especially Nikon fans, are going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a great upgrade to an already good system.
We've got Neil from Nikon joining in as well. So Neil is
technical assistant.
Technical trainer at the Nikon school as well. So if you have any real sort of questions or that you need to know about the new Z series and the new cameras that have come out, you'll be able to. We'll be doing a Q&A session at the end of Consta's video as well.
We will, and then we've got Jonathan Critchley and Paul Sanders in conversation with one another.
Yeah,
that is going to be
obviously the whole show has been amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm really excited about tomorrow evening. It's going to
if you enjoy photography at any level, it'll be fantastic. But if you have a particular interest in understanding and seeing amazing photography that's quite minimal but with great detail and great composition, then that is one not to miss. And then Saturday, we've got David Collier.
Yes.
And we've got Marianne Chua.
Yeah.
So
in the other way around though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's hard to remember which way things are going.
Yeah, Marion Chew at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
David Collier at 7 p.m.
Yeah, and that's going to be a lovely.
It'll be sad.
Yeah, because that'll be the end.
Should we do another one next week?
Yeah. Well,
no. Paul's like, such a lot of work. I'm just kidding. Paul's going to sleep for the next month.
Yeah. Well, people can still watch us because we still have our weekly show, which is Photography Out Loud. We've
got some great things lined up for the future.
Yeah, certainly have, especially going into next year. But Definitely. We'll speak about those on that show rather than this show.
That's true. That's true. Didn't want to steal any content, do we?
We've had from ourselves.
We've had Gary and Steve both found bags and cameras. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much,
gentlemen. Very good. Right. Shall we crack on?
Yeah.
So as I said, these are pre-recorded. Some have Helen talking about the bags and the various features. Others don't, and we'll talk you through those. So let's go for it.
Hi, I'm Helen from Snapper Stuff, and I'm here today with 3 new bags from Think Tank Photo.
Joel's going to tell a joke.
Oh, sorry. We've not got any sound on the video, apparently. So, and we were muted as well. So.
We were muted?
Yeah, when you said that. We'll get it sorted now. Sorry. Well, I suppose we could go into a bit more detail for Saturdays. So we've got Marion Chewer, who's a wedding photographer.
So they didn't hear me say that you were going to tell a joke.
No.
Okay. Well,
I was going to dodge the joke. I'm not very good at jokes. And yeah, so that's going to be a really interesting one. And then we've got David Collier, who was the guy who works at the hospital and was working on the COVID wards in theatres during the pandemic, still does. And he was able to photograph a lot of that time on 35mm in black and white. He's been in The Guardian and he's had so many different interviews. But have a look at his work and then tune in at 7 p.m. on Saturday, because we'll be having a very interesting chat with him. Very knowledgeable, very passionate about photography. So it'll be an enjoyable watch. So hopefully we've figured out our technical issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. See if this works.
Hi, I'm Helen from Snapper Stuff, and I'm here today with 3 new bags from Think Tank Photo. Here we have the Backstory 13, the Backstory 15, and over here the Essentials Convertible Rolling Backpack. Now these bags are all aimed at mirrorless and small DSLR systems. Let's take a look inside. Now on the outside of the bags, you'll see either side there are expandable pockets. If I loosen the strap, you'll see it fits a small water bottle or can fit other small accessories here, and it just folds flat when not in use. You'll see a grey tag at the bottom of the bag. Unvelcro this. Pull out the flap and the strap. Then you'll find at the top of the bag another little pocket. And inside is another strap. This is so that you can put your tripod or monopod down the middle of your bag. The small zipper pocket here has a soft lining, so for small accessories, it's ideal. Now the front section will fit a jacket, a lightweight jacket, and in the 15 size, it will fit a 15-inch slim laptop. Now the main section can be accessed from the back. I'll just undo the sternum straps, and you'll see there's lots of padding on the back here and lumbar support as well. Undo the waist strap, all adjustable on both sides. And you'll also notice here, this will slide over the roller bag handle, the extendable handle. And here we have the inside gear fit. And as you can see, there's plenty of room for a range of mirrorless gear or small DSLR gear inside. Now let's have a look at the 13 size. So in the front section here, you could fit a 13-inch slim laptop, or in my case, I have an iPad with a case on. Again, you've got the same feature with a small zipper pocket on the outside. You've got the 2 side pockets for accessories or a small water bottle. And one feature I didn't show you on the other bag, you can actually open the bag from the top and access your gear. So you can have your camera with the lens on ready to shoot, pull it out, and you're ready to shoot. Here we have the Panasonic GH5. Let's pop that back in. And now, turn the bag around. I will show you accessing this from the back. So you see there's a little bit of padding here. This is removable to stop things from jiggling around. And here we have the same camera. It has the 12-60 lens on with the lens hood in place. Then here, again, removable divider. We have the 100-400 lens. And over this side, we have the 35-100 lens. There's lots of space for other accessories, but to give you an example of size, we've got some tissues, we've got the rain cover. Again, these bags are all treated, so in a light shower, the rain will just run down the sides of the fabric. But in torrential showers, you'll be wanting that rain cover. So here we have the SD Pixel Pocket Rocket, which rolls out to keep all your SD cards safe. And then over here, I have the DSLR battery holder 4. And as you can see, you can fit 4 batteries in there. There is one for just 2 if you don't need quite so many with you. Oh, and the last lens we have here is a 42.5. So that's the Panasonic Lumix GH5 with an array of lenses fitting in the Backstory 13. You can fit this one over the extendable handle of a roller bag as well, which is great if you're traveling and you want to get the load off your back. So there we have it. The Backstory 13 and the Backstory 15 by Think Tank Photo. Here we have the Essentials convertible rolling backpack. On the back here, undo the zip, fold down the flap, Velcro it underneath, and then pull out the backpack straps and adjust the sternum clip as necessary, and you're ready to go when the terrain is too rough for the wheels. Now the wheels are user replaceable. It's a simple Allen key here, and when you're ready to get rolling again, the handle extends out of a zipper pocket and retracts back in when you don't need it. Now you'll notice on the side here, there's a little pocket, and inside is a security cable with a lock at the end. Now this is a deterrent. If someone wants to take your bag, they'll be going off with it. But if you need to turn your back for a few minutes just to get that picture and know your bag's going to be there, then it's very handy. Now you'll see there is a grab handle on one side here and one at top and bottom, which really helps when you're trying to lift it up into the locker. Now moving on to the main section. Let's take a look at the gear. So in here, I fitted it with a 5D Mark III, 70-200 2.8, with the hood inverted up the lens. We have not one, but two flash guns, the 580s. We have the 1635 Mark II, we have the 24-105, and we have another 5D, this time with a grip on. And you'll notice that it's twisted on its side, as the depth of the bag is a little bit deeper here. The handle, extendable handle, stops around here, so that provides a little bit more depth for gear at the bottom here. The bag also comes with a rain cover for times when it's torrential rain, but all the fabric is treated, so in the case of light downpours, you should be fine. There's two zipper pockets on the front here for small accessories. Now in your front section, you have an organizer pocket at the top, a little clip in order to connect keys or perhaps your Pixel Pocket Rocket holding your memory cards. There's room for a light rain jacket and a dedicated compartment for your 15-inch laptop. Now you'll notice on this side of the bag, there's some webbing straps. Now the bag comes with some straps that go into here so that you can fit your tripod or monopod down the side and attach it securely. So there you have it, the Essentials convertible rolling backpack. This weighs in at just 3.3 kilos. And with all the gear I've just shown you inside the bag, it comes to just 12 kilos. Ideal if you are traveling with weight restrictions. So there we have it, the Essentials convertible rolling backpack.
Thanks for that, Helen. Yeah, that was lovely. We'll be going back to Helen in a second, having a look at some other videos that she's provided to us. But just very quickly, we're going to touch up on some of the things that she's shown us so far. So you've got the day stories, which nice because you can access them from the back.
Yep.
But one of the things that I really love about them is that top access.
Yep.
So it enables you to have a complete kit, so you can carry it around with you. But you could actually even have it for if you had like a very long lens. So if you're carrying something like a 150 to 600, you could have that. Yeah, any of those sort of series of lenses, you could have that running along the bag, and then pull up the camera from the top there as well. So
makes life a lot easier for sure.
Yeah, no, it certainly does.
And keeping your gear protected.
Yes.
Not having to put it down flat or get your bag off your back or whatever.
Yeah, and I think we've mentioned it before about putting stuff down onto the floor so it doesn't sort of transfer onto your back, onto your clothes and stuff as well.
It's got a big muddy mark all down your back.
Yeah,
it's not a great look.
It's not good. And the other bag that we saw was one of the roller ones. So as we're going to talk about the roller, we've got another little video that we're just going to run in the background as well, which is the advantage. Now, roller backpacks are really handy because obviously they provide. So when you don't want to carry stuff on your back, essentially.
Basically, if you don't want to feel like you've had a workout after the fact, it is obviously they call this one the airport, which makes complete sense. And being able to travel through an airport and not having to pick up what could be 15, 20 kilos quite easily with gear and everything you're taking with you. So being able just to pull it along and be able to put it down is a nice situation to be in. Equally, if you're doing event photography like weddings or conferences and things like that, being able to wheel your gear around and less likely to smack people with your backpack on, but then also be able to that's your base. So you can see all your gear, like in this video now, you can see all your gear very clearly, grab it, and you can put it together and even not put it on the floor if you don't want to. You can kind of rest it on top of the dividers and just make sure your lens is set and you've got your memory cards and batteries all sorted. I personally like the ability to be able to see all my gear when I'm kind of changing lenses and things like that at an event. And I think that's why the roller works and makes a lot of sense. But equally, having a roller and then being able to have a smaller backpack,
like the advantage that we saw in the other video,
and being able to go that way, so you can either have two bags or have a bag that can be used either way. I think that's a really useful situation to be in. So,
and I think we really like the idea of, especially the Think Tank photo ones, because more of the wheels, they're so smooth and so
like
nice.
Well, you'd know better than me. Like roller skate wheels, aren't they?
They are
like really good quality. They're not kind of like molded plastic.
Yeah, like a jelly.
They got like bearings and stuff as well to make them roll super smoothly, and also not have that when you're dragging it down tarmac, like I've done with other bags that have got wheels on, and it looks really smart, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it looks like it knows what it's doing.
They look really, really neat. Which is nice, but also like you get that sort of that lovely feel when you're going down onto the through the airport as well, because like you've got that lovely smooth sort of flooring, and it absolutely just glides down. So nice. So definitely for traveling, obviously when permitted or when everything clears up. So we don't like mentioning the word airport, even if it is in the name of a bag. So
that place where planes leave and arrive at.
That bag. So we're going to have a look at another video now, which is another bag from Think Tank, which is the Photocross. Back over to Helen.
Hi, I'm Helen from Snapper Stuff, and here we have the MindShift gear, Photocross Backpack 15 and the Photocross Backpack 13. Let's take a closer look. So on the outside, we have an expandable pocket to put a small water bottle or other accessories in. Then on the front here, you'll see there's some loops, and these are for fitting the straps that come with the bag, so that you can then fit down the front a tripod, or even just a wet raincoat. Perhaps it's a little bit hot, but it's just been raining. save all your gear getting wet with your raincoat. Okay, so you have a grab handle on the top, and taking a look on the back here, you've got a sternum strap, and you've got a lovely wide waist belt for comfort. Now, when you're tightening this, you pull the strap towards you rather than away from you. So you pull that way rather than the normal down and back, which is a lot easier on your shoulder joint there. So taking a look inside the 15 now, it's actually side entry and not back entry. Undo the zip, and here we have a toggle. Hopefully you can see that, which makes it a little bit easier when your hands are cold outside. So in here we have a rain cover, which is great when it's torrential downpour. And then we have an array of cannon gear. So here we have a 50mm 1.2. We have a 100mm macro. Now these lenses are just to give you an idea of size and fit in this bag. Then here we have a 5D Mark III with a 70 to 200 2.8 lens on. And then tucked on this side, we have not one, but two 580 flash guns. And then under the Velcro, there's more. So here we have a 1635 2.8. And over here we have a 24-105. Now, Velcroed here is another pocket which contains a 15-inch slim laptop. So in what's a very weatherproof, rugged case, there's actually quite a lot of gear. Now let's check out the smaller 13 size. So same features on the outside, and unzip the main section here. And now you can see in here we've got some Panasonic equipment. So here we've got the GH5 with the 1260 lens on it. Over here we have the 100 to 400mm lens. Tucked under here we have the 1855, which is actually a Fuji lens. Somehow that's crept in there. We have the 42.5, and the last Panasonic Lumix lens we have is the 35 to 100 there. Now that's actually been packed very loosely, and there's actually a lot more room for even more lenses in there. But you will notice in the back again there is space for a laptop, and this will take the 13-inch slim laptop. Now there's one more pocket that I haven't talked about yet on both bags, and on the front here you have an accessories pocket so that you can fit in your cards, charging cables and other small accessories. So grab handle on the side here and grab handle on the top on both bags. So there you have it. That's the photocross.
Sorry
Honestly,
about that.
you'd think
We were
we'd
still
be better
muted.
at this by
Joel's
now.
going to lose his clicky job in a minute, I tell you. So we'll start again. Unless you're really good at lip reading.
Oh my goodness, what amateurs.
This is going on the blooper one this week.
Apparently.
So what we were just saying was that we really like how you can have side access onto a bag, and you can drop a shoulder, you can bring it round onto you, and you can see all your gear.
And helps you not have to kneel down.
Yeah.
Don't you have to get mud everywhere, either on you or on your bag.
Yeah.
Or if you've not got a lot of space for whatever reason, like you can do everything in a very small space. The airport we mentioned earlier, that's great, but it does take up space when you've got it all open, especially with the lid all the way. But a lot of times you have plenty of space. Like you quite often will have a room to yourself, or a space off to the side where you can kind of expand your working area. But other times at some events, or when you're out in a landscape situation where it's blowing a gale and you're hiding behind a rock trying to make sure nothing gets on your sensor or in your bag, then being able to do that and also be able to kind of shield all your gear makes a lot of sense.
And there's a big difference moving up onto sort of their more outdoor brands. So obviously Think Tank Photo, they have the MindShift range, and within that they have lots of different other bags as well. We're going to show you another one in a second. But what you see is that you see like the strap that went around your waist
for a more active.
It's a lot more active, a lot more outdoorsy. Like the zips that were on the side, the little toggle that was on the side, and they said coggle then.
Next you'll say woggle. It's like being in Scouts again.
Likey. So it just makes it a lot more easier for outdoor stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
When you look at the traditional Think Tank Photo stuff, it's more about sort of getting to the area where you want.
I think Think Tank is like smarter, isn't it? In terms
definitely
of
looks neater, a bit more city,
professional, businessy city life. And these ones are more kind of like for those that are wanting to like go up a mountain or go for a long walk in the countryside and being able to have a bag that's more suited for that process.
Yeah, no, definitely. So we're just going to show you one more video that Helen has thankfully recorded for us, so we don't need to do it.
We'll try and remember to unmute ourselves later.
We did try and do some bag reviews on
we did.
Photography Out Loud, and it just ended up as us chucking bags on the table. So Helen's doing a lot better job than we can. Back us over to Helen as we look at probably one of the most different bags on the market, but really for that super useful, out and about all day, but
there's
still
a lot of people that swear by this range of bags.
This is the Rotation 180.
Hi, I'm Helen from Snapper Stuff, and here we have the Rotation 180 Horizon by MindShift Gear. Now this is a great pack for the outdoors, especially when you don't want to take your pack off to access your camera gear or other equipment. Let me show you. Now, to access the gear, there's a magnetic connection here. You just get your thumb and you just push down and the flap opens. Now you find the grab handles, there's one here, and pull from the side as well, and it glides round in front of you. Undo the zippers and let's see what's inside. So in here, I have an iPad, I have a GH5 with the 12 to 60mm lens attached, and I also have the 100 to 400 zoom lens. Now you can fit a larger DSLR, so here we have the Canon 5D Mark III with a 24-105 lens on, and that will fit neatly inside there. Just pop the straps in, and you'll notice that this side is slightly bigger than this side, and that is to help the glide back into the bag. And that means you can put the body this end and have your lens extending down this way. If you prefer, you can, of course, have it sitting straight down inside and use the dividers that come with it and have another smaller lens sitting next to it. So we zip that back up, and then it just rotates back the way it came into the pack, and you just push and pull, and then reach up for the clip, and you'll find it'll naturally, there's only one solid part on the bag, and that will clip in there. And there we have it, the rotation 180. Let's take a look at the other features of the bag. So you have a zipper pocket on the top, and in here I've got some hats and gloves, but as you can see there's plenty of space for other accessories. Then undoing the main section, in here I have a scarf, a rain jacket, and there's still room for another jumper or anything else you need in there. You'll notice that the water bladder is sitting in a dedicated pocket here, and the hose actually threads through a hole in the bag here that's been made specially for it, and then goes down the strap. Now there's also a front pocket, unzip here, and you've got yet space for more accessories. You've got webbing straps, loops rather, down either side here, so you can add on more straps for yet more gear. Now in the top here you'll see an orange tab. Open it and a strap comes out. Find the other orange tab at the bottom, open it, and now you see you have a place to connect your tripod. So there you have it, the Rotation 180 by MindShift Gear.
Thank you again, Helen. Yeah, an absolute, it's a very different bag, but it certainly hits that very adventurer sort of
definitely
on the go.
And it's innovative.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other bag that does that in that way. And it makes a lot of sense when you think that you could almost have all of the usefulness of the side access that we're talking about with the photocross.
Yeah.
Then being able to pull that round, grab all your bits, slide it back. And you're not having to shift all of that weight, because having to pull a whole bag round if you were carrying a lot of gear, especially in that top section, then it'd be quite a slog to bring the whole bag round.
In that pocket that swings around, what I see in there is something like, the Olympus with a 100 to 400, a pair of binos, and then a little bird book or something.
Yeah, definitely.
So it really that sort of really shows that side of things off, which is quite nice. And I think Helen sped through it, but the way that the bag goes on as well, so the way that you can raise it and lower it onto your back, and also
make it super comfortable.
Yeah, you can really arrange where the shoulders go, and the strap that comes across your chest. It has a lot of movement, so depending on the body type that you are, you can really decide where you want that strap to be to make it most comfortable, make it comfortable for you. And also as well, I'd like to add that the little clasp that you would normally, it is magnetic as well. So Helen said it easily fits onto the bag when you're putting it back, but
it finds its way.
Yeah, you don't really even need to look at it. You just sort of hover around, like fumble in the dark, and then all of a sudden, pop! It's in.
There we go. Right. Oh dear, Paul. Oh wow. Right, shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah. So we're going to end just very quickly, just on One of the popular bag that we sell in the shop here, which is the retrospective range. And Helen's just done a very quick video of, if it will play. There we go. And this one is just showing a very quick insight of one of the smaller retrospectives, which is which one are we looking at? The retrospective 4, I think this is. Yeah. This is the version 2. So we've always done retrospectives.
Yeah, I think they're a great looking bag.
They
don't look like a camera bag.
They look so amazing.
They've got that kind of old school canvas vibe because you can buy it in the pine stone or the black kind.
Yeah, you really can. I mean, this is the black that we're seeing now, but the version 2 has loads of nice little updates. So you'll notice in a second that the design of the inside looks a bit more sort of a bit more trendy, a bit more cooler.
It's still got innovation as well, even though it looks like a simple bag. Being able to open the flap and then the inside flap sticks to the lid
and also the Velcro that's on the outside of the bag as well.
You have the cover.
You can have covers on them, so
you can get that ripping sound.
Yeah, you can avoid the ripping. So if you're using this this bag at a wedding or something like this, you can be really, really silent as well. So you can have a silent camera and also a silent bag to go with it as well. So it's a really nice sort of. And they come in various different sizes. So this was one of the smaller ones, retrospective 4, but they go all the way up to the, they go very big. I think we stock up to the 30, which is, you could easily fit probably 2 full frame cameras in there with a couple of the other accessories in there, which make it a great bag for just, I think they make a great wedding bag, because they just look.
They look like camera bags, and they have that kind of. They just blend into the background. Great for street, great for wedding photography.
I think it's like out and about sort of out and about.
It looks like just a kind of normal man bag.
Yeah,
for want of a better term.
Yeah.
I think they're a great looking bag.
No, really, really cool bag. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for Helen for sending over those videos. And hopefully we'll be able to get her on again sometime soon as well. So it'd be lovely to have her on.
Definitely.
And thank you everyone for bearing with us today.
Steve says, Steve says he loves the top access, which my Low Pro doesn't have.
Yeah.
And he goes on to say, apart from the no sound guys, thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
We could have been there a while. And he said, I've learned to plan better and not carry everything I own. Hence, went down a bag size with Sarah's help. It works. Yeah. It is one of those key things. There is no perfect bag. Some come very close. But equally, I think you have to have the correct attitude and then choose the right bag for what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Those people who try and ram every piece of photography equipment they own into a bag, it's just not going to work. It's just going to be very heavy, uncomfortable, awkward to get to. And like Steve was saying, that planning and knowing what you're taking and what order you're even going to use it in. Like, say if you've got a 24-70 on the body normally, and you're going to want to switch between the 70 to 200, just having that right next to it gives you the ability to kind of almost leave the lens in and grab the next one. It's a whole planning process, isn't it?
And actually, when you think about it, like money's no object. You could have a nice retrospective.
Yep.
You could have the airport navigator for keeping all your gear, and you can wheel it into your car.
Yeah.
And then you can also have something like a rotation 180.
If you're going marching up a mountain.
Marching up a hill. So, you've got out in the street covered. You can take all your gear with it, with something like the airport. And then if you're going out hiking somewhere, you've got something like the rotation.
There you go. Paul's got you sorted for your holidays.
Just buy all three.
Yeah. And Gareth says, I have the airport advantage. Great when flying.
Yeah. So it's an awesome bag. It really is.
So we're going to see you all hopefully at 7 p.m. tonight for Steve Gosling's presentation, which, especially if you're into landscape photography and great looking photos, it's going to be a great one. So
lovely. And if you want to find out more information about Steve's video that's coming up later on today, you can go over to our website, which is cambrianphoto.co.uk. Not only can you find out information about the videos coming up, We've also got all the rewatch videos on there as well. So you're able to watch any of the videos that we've done from the show, rewatch them back, and make sure when you're watching our videos that you like them, share them wherever you can. Go onto our...
You just crack your knuckle?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Go onto our YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications so you know when we're going live as well. So thank you very much for today and this afternoon.
Yeah.
And we'll see you later on tonight.
Cheers. Bye now.